Meow, 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 meow.
Check out this limited edition color palette. So with Impawstos, my joy and being creative is changing things up here and there. So I created this for the winter. It's considered an icy color palette. All impastos are limited color palettes. So what you get is what you get. They are predetermined by practicing and playing around with color. This one's considered icy with its nice light minty teal background, and I'm using a lot of different blues and little shades of greens. And it's just so much fun to do. Starting this off, I'm just carefully placing where everything's going to be, mapping out the entire portrait. I try not to go over it too much, but I just want to make sure the base layer is correct. And so when I fill it in, it's proportional to your fur baby reference photos. All right. Not a common combination. You won't see this cobalt blue with a teal and a mint very often, but for some reason, I feel like this really captures iciness. You know, I feel like when I think of ice, there's that deep colors that you really see. The further you go into water, like an iceberg, you get that dark teal color. But the blues are like the reflection of the sky and light, and that's how you really get a warmer blue, honestly, from the sunlight and the golden hues from the sky. And I just think that's just like a fun color combo. You know? If you love these very limited color palettes, and just so you know, limited color palettes means that I pre-select colors before I practice with them or offer them. And these colors palettes are just what makes me happy, and it's my way as an artist to experiment with different hues, finding color combinations that I really enjoy. It's a huge reason of why I'm so excited about Impawstos. There's a lot of possibility, pun intended, possibility. Get it? Impawstos. Anyways, it gives me a lot of room to grow under this umbrella, and changing colors really like helps the technical nerd in me. Trying to find really fun palettes that just naturally work well together. Oh, did you just see that stroke? Boom. See how it like picks up color and it creates this cool textures? Like, that's what makes these so unique. Thick globs of paint coming together to become one portrait. Boom, boom, boom. And then you go in with this one tiny little knife and you just like add in all these details very carefully, trying to like place these details in. This is so fun for me. And keep in mind, this is just this beginning. Impastos, there's a lot of technical things I'm working on to make them even better, even more detailed and stylized, and I'm incorporating different kinds of mediums into the acrylic. You can mix mediums and create textural, like chemical reactions with acrylic paint. So you can, for example, create a crackle effect. Think about those crackle nails that was super popular a while ago, like years ago, where, you know, they just create like, you add a layer of chemical. I don't even know what it is. I don't know the scientific background behind it. I should find it out, and that would be fun for me to research. But basically, it creates a reaction with the paint, and when it dries, it creates a crackle effect. Well, there's also different kinds of mediums that create fun effects, and I just can't wait to experiment with them, because in my head, there's actually an original OG design that I still haven't accomplished, and I'm working my way there, trying to learn. So all of these Impawstos that you guys are so kind and so supportive over, they're all practice for me, and I'm learning so much with every single one. And I cannot stress enough the gratitude I have for you guys to be supporting my process. So that also makes these really one of a kind, because as I grow and as my medium grows, I am trying to figure out new ways. Like here, I'm mixing colors here because I'm realizing it's really lacking a medium bright tone. So that's what I'm doing here. But like things like that are just like things I learn as I go to create a formula, really. As a kid, I loved pretending I was a scientist, like a mad scientist. And I would go around with my neighborhood kid and we would go around and pick leaves and berries and rocks and mix them all up on the ground and be like, I'm creating a potion to cure cancer. I didn't know what cancer was. And I just thought maybe if I find a cool plant combination, that's what does it. That's what's going to cure and save the world. And if I just can keep practicing, this is it. So this love of potion making and formulating things really started at a young age, and with my creative time just running around outdoors, which is very fitting for what I do now, which is working with animals and wildlife and painting for you guys who also share a deep love of wild animals and for nature. I would say that the animal pack is kind of the best pack. Animal lovers and pet owners have really big hearts, sometimes very intensely so, but always with good intention. Love it when the paint gets thicker, adding in details. So fun seeing every mark. It makes me really happy to see. You can see the layers, you can see the process of these paintings, which make them incredibly special. Highlights. Eye highlights make the animals really pop out. Cheek highlights, getting those whisker line marks. Try not to overwork, but finding that balance. Whoa! What just happened there? Earthquake! I probably knocked it by accident. We're really going into final details, carving out, making sure that proportionally it looks right. Notice that side of the face was a little bit thin. Adding in really fun, the palette knife is full of color and paint now, so it's really fun adding little marks to highlight that. Looking at what needs to pop out, like the mouth, using that cobalt blue to enhance it. It's a very great contrast to the green. Going back in, getting those dots. Oh, freaking adorable Frenchie here. I just love working this wet on wet method, though I will be experimenting with layers, like doing one layer at a time. I think that'd be really fun too. This is just such a fun experiment for me. You guys are really letting me live my best life. Ta-da! Hey guys, thank you so much for watching the video. Go ahead and hit subscribe, leave a comment, or you can visit my website or Instagram in the description below. Thank you!